Hello everyone. Now let us see one more numerical for controllability and observability. In previous numerical, we have a state model. After that, we defined controllability and observability using a Kalman test. But here we have a transfer function of a system, and we want to check for controllability and observability. You know, in controllability test matrix, we have system matrix A, we have input coupling matrix B. Similarly, in observability test matrix, we have system matrix A, output coupling matrix C. So question arises how we can calculate system matrix A, input coupling matrix B, output coupling matrix C. If we don't know about matrix A, matrix B, matrix C, we cannot define a controllability test matrix. Similarly, we cannot define observability test matrix. So here our first aim is to define a state model for the given transfer function so that we can calculate system matrix A, input coupling matrix B, output coupling matrix C. After that, we can easily define controllability test matrix and observability test matrix. So here we have transfer function, and in a previous video class already I have told you we can define a state model for transfer function using a fetch variable method or using a direct decomposition with the help of state signal flow graph. So here we can determine state model using a fetch variable method or using a direct decomposition with the help of state signal flow graph. We can go for one method to determine the state model. Now let us see direct decomposition to define the state model for the given transfer function. We can rewrite given transfer function according to s over s cube plus 2 over s cube divided by 1 minus 9 by s minus 26 by s square minus 24 by s cube. Why I am writing a transfer function in given form? Because if we want to draw the state signal flow graph, our transfer function is in the form of transfer function using a Masson-Gain formula. That means denominator polynomial must be according to determinant of the graph. That means 1 minus sum of individual loop gains. So that's why here I am taking s की power 3, s to the power 3 as a common term from numerator polynomial as well as for denominator polynomial. So we have y over u according to given form, or we can write y over u as 1 over s square plus 2 over s cube over 1 minus 9 by s minus 26 by s square minus 24 by s cube. We know our transfer function is of third order transfer function, so we have three state variables. Suppose state variables are x1, x2 and x3. So here let us consider three state variables. Suppose x1, x2 and x3. According to the order of the transfer function, we can define state variables. We can define number of state variables. So here we have three state variables. Suppose x1, x2 and x3. Derivative of x1 we know x1 dot, derivative of x2 we know x2 dot, and derivative of x3 we know x3 dot. Now let us see how we can draw the state signal flow graph for the given transfer function. So first node we will define for input variable u. Next node we will define for x3 dot. Next we will define for x3. Similarly, next we will define for x2 dot. Next we will define for x2. Next we will define for x1 dot. Next we will define for x1. And last we will define for output variable y. Branch transmittance between x3 dot and x3 we have 1 by s. Similarly, branch transmittance between x2 dot and x2 we have 1 by s. Similarly, branch transmittance between x1 dot and x1 we have 1 by s. Branch transmittance between u and x3 dot we have 1. Now let us see denominator polynomial for the modified transfer function. In denominator polynomial, in bracket we have first term minus 9 by s. This will define a first loop gain. Minus 26 by s square. This will define second loop gain. Minus 24 by s cube. This will define third loop gain. Now let us see the numerator polynomial for the transfer function or for the modified transfer function. 1 over s square will define first forward path gain. Similarly, second term 2 over s cube will define second forward path gain. So in state signal flow graph, first we will draw the loops. After that we will draw the forward path according to given forward path gain. So now let us define a branch transmittance between x3 and x2 dot. We have 1. Similarly, branch transmittance between x2 and x1 dot. We have 1. First, for first loop we have gain minus 9 by s. For second loop we have gain minus 26 by s square. And for third loop we have gain minus 24 by s cube. So we have a branch between x1 and x3 dot with the transmittance minus 24. Now let us see numerator polynomial. First term we have 1 over s square. 1 over s square means we have a branch between x2 and y with the branch transmittance 1. Second term 2 over s cube means we have a branch between x1 and y with the branch transmittance 2. So diagram will define a state signal flow graph for the given transfer function. So from state signal flow graph we can write first state equation, means for x1 dot equal to x2. Second state equation we have for x2 dot is x3, and third state equation we have for x3 dot it is minus 24x1 minus 26x2 minus 9x3 plus u, and we have output equation by according to 2x1 plus x2. So in matrix form we have state equation according to x1 dot x2 dot x3 dot equal to in first row elements are 0 1 0, in second row elements are 0 0 1, in third row elements are minus 24 minus 26 minus 9. State variables we know x1 x2 x3 plus 0 0 1. Input we know u or u of t. Similarly, we can write output equation in matrix form according to y equal to 2 1 0. State variables we know x1 x2 x3 plus 0 u of t. So this is my state model, or you can say state equation and output equation for the given transfer function. So from here we can easily calculate system matrix A. It is 0 1 0 0 0 1 minus 24 minus 26 minus 9. Matrix B we have it is 0 0 1. Matrix C we have it is 2 1 0. Now define controllability test matrix. So for controllability, first we will define controllability test matrix, that means QC, according to B AB A square B a to the power n minus 1b, and here we have n equal to 3 because we can decide n according to system matrix A, and we know system matrix is a square matrix of size 3 cross 3, that's why n becomes 3. So we can write controllability test matrix according to B AB colon A square B. B already we have defined. So let us calculate value of AB according to 0 1 0 0 0 1 minus 24 minus 26 minus 9 B 0 0 1. So after matrix multiplication we have answer for AB. It is 0 1 minus 9. Now let us calculate A square B. A square you can easily calculate because you know the value of matrix A. So here I am directly writing the value of A square. So A square B we can calculate after matrix multiplication of A square and matrix B. A square we have 0 1 0 0 0 1 and minus 24 minus 26 minus 9. and value of, this is value of matrix A. I am writing value of matrix A B. It is 0 1 minus 9. Okay, first we can calculate A square. We already know value of V, so we can calculate A square V. Second method is that we know the value of A, we know the value of AB. So from this method we can also calculate the value of A square B. So here A square B becomes 1 minus 9 55. So controllability test matrix is given by matrix B 0 0 1, matrix AB 0 1 minus 9, matrix A square B 1 minus 9 55. Let us calculate the determinant of matrix QC. We have determinant minus 1. I think you can easily calculate the determinant of 3 cross 3 matrix. Already we have seen in 12th class. So I think there is no problem to calculate the determinant of the matrix. So let us calculate the determinant of the matrix and verify the answer. We have determinant of matrix QC equal to minus 1. So we can say determinant of QC is non-zero. So rank of matrix QC, rank of matrix QC is 3, or rank of matrix QC is equal to order of the system. So here system is completely controllable. So here system is completely controllable. So according to determinant of QC, we can say our system is controllable because determinant of QC is non-zero. So we can say system is controllable. According to determinant of QC, we can say rank of matrix QC is 3, or rank of matrix QC is equal to order of the system. If rank of QC is equal to order of the system, we can say system is completely controllable. Now let us see observability. So for observability, first we will define observability test matrix according to C, CA, CA square, because N we know it is 3. Matrix C already we know. Let us calculate CA. Let us calculate CA square. We can write observability test matrix Q naught according to C transpose A transpose C transpose colon A transpose power to C transpose. Here matrix Q naught is in the form of column matrix, you can say. After taking transpose, we have Q naught in the form of row matrix. So you can also write Q naught according to C transpose colon A transpose C transpose colon A transpose power to C transpose. Some books also write observability test matrix according to row matrix with the help of C transpose colon A transpose C transpose colon A transpose power 2 C transpose. Already we know value of C, so C transpose becomes 2 1 0. Now let us calculate value of A transpose C transpose. A already we know, so you can easily calculate A transpose. So here A transpose C transpose becomes 0 2 1. Similarly, we can calculate A transpose power 2 C transpose, and its value we have minus 24 minus 26 minus 7. So observability test matrix is given by, first we have C transpose, that means 2 1 0. Then we have A transpose C transpose 0 2 1. Then we have A transpose power 2 C transpose, value minus 24 minus 26 minus 7. Let us calculate the determinant of matrix Q naught. So here we have determinant 0. Determinant 0 means system is not observable. System is not observable, or you can say rank of Q naught does not equal to 3. 3 means order of the system. If rank of Q naught does not equal to order of the system, we can say system is not observable. So here our system is not observable. So in a numerical, if we want to check the controllability and observability, we must have a system matrix A, input coupling matrix B, output coupling matrix C. If we have a state model, we can easily define matrix A, matrix B and matrix C. If we have a transfer function, so first we have to write a state model. After that, from a state model, we can easily define a system matrix A, matrix B and matrix C. If we know matrix A, matrix B and matrix C, we can easily define a controllability test matrix and observability test matrix. Let us calculate determinant of controllability test matrix and determinant of observability test matrix. With the help of determinant, we can say our system is controllable or not. With the help of determinant of observability test matrix, we can say our system is observable or not. So thank you.